Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs, and we will be covering the semifinals match. And as you can see from these brackets, we are going to have Ducks, Dull Dark Elves facing off against the Basers, M9, UKB's Bretonian team. But we will be taking a look at this Wood Elf team coached by Enarion, Saviours of Athel, Loren, facing off against Lewpac22's Banter 2.3. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into the replay, and we're gonna watch it. So, boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a big one. Enarion probably shouldn't be here today. We should be watching Prees play against the Chaos team, but unfortunately, Prees got, I would say, a little bit overconfident, a little bit overestimate of his chances, and unfortunately fell just a little bit short. So we are going to be here in this grand stadium. Saviours of Athel, Loren, coached by EnarionBB2, the Wood Elf team, and we'll be facing off against the coach Lewpac22, Banter 2.3. And I did not get to do any preliminary predictions, but I will predict today's winner, and I'm gonna say the Chaos team. That's right, guys, because Lewpac's team is just so dangerous, and I betcha he should be able to stop these war dancers, maybe even get some injuries off. Plus, I am a little bit biased. I'm not exactly a Wood Elf fan, so that is my thinking today. Unfortunately, though, for this Chaos team, not enough guys here with that tackle ability to catch up with the War Dancers. He does have a guy with that tentacles, so that might be enough here, but we'll see about that. The War Dancers do have strength 3, but these catchers here, you know, well, not those catchers. This catcher does have strength 2, so might be able to stop for those guys. I don't know about that today, but let's go ahead and pause it up right quick and take a quick look at the skills. That's right, guys. Let's go ahead and check out the defense of this Chaos team. As you can see, loads of guys there. Chaos Warriors, all of them with block. Just about all of them with Mighty Blow. This guy's a little bit lagging behind, but he does have the guard and block ability. Tentacles for that man with a claw. It's not going to be useful today, except if they are going to be hitting a tree man or something like that, but that's okay. Mighty Blow will be very useful for that man there. And with the Beast Man here, with that piling on tackle ability and Mighty Blow, this right here, if this Beast Man gets going, then hopefully we'll be able to stop her. This Wood Elf team, we'll see though. I mean, he does have, what, 3 guys there with tackle, and they're all going to be on the Beast Man. The sturdy player, Beast Man, he needs to come into action here and get a lot more injuries off. If anything, Lewpac will be sporting a wizard for today's match as well, and hopefully we'll be able to take down this very dangerous Wood Elf team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the offensive side. Saviours of Athel, Loren is going to choose to receive, and he is probably going to be playing his loose Wood Elf team like normal. How you doing, Ivor? What's better than a dead elf? Moi? I suppose so, or perhaps it would be a Chaos man taking down the elf. That would probably be better. Alright, and we'll see here on the offensive side. As you can see there, the tree man with that +1 movement allows does not need to get the 50% chance to get up if he is going to get bashed down or anything like that. And with that grab and with the guard will be very dangerous until perhaps he gets rooted. And also, these War Dancers, a key component of the offense and even the defensive side for the Wood Elf team. +1 in strength for this man, +1 in agility for the other. Mighty Blow for both of them right there, and Blodge definitely is going to be coming into use here for those gentlemen here. +1 in agility. Thrower definitely going to be very dangerous and useful, as well as having this catcher in the background with that pass block. So we are going to be underway without further ado. How you doing today, Ivor? You doing alright? Haven't seen you, I think, all week. What's going on? Disappeared on me. I needed you yesterday. You should have saw my Dark Elves just get KO'd one after another. And I'm going to be going back into retirement. No more Dark Elf action from me for for any time soon. So not much Blood Bowl covers except for Cabal Vision playoffs for the next little bit. But that's okay. I do some pretty good coverage here of these playoffs, and Banter will be getting a re-roll there. And he's going to start off with the bashings on the front line with the War Dancer. Why not? Just get the mighty blow in and take down these beastmen with no skills whatsoever. Well, except for this guy with the block, and it's going to come in handy there with that. But lots of extra guys here on the side, and a defender stumbles is going to be the call. Armor value 8 here taken down, and no big injuries caused as of yet. Looks like we are going to see a root straight away here. Oh, that's going to be really bad there for the Wood Elf team, but that's okay. Not before he gets a little bit of a bash in. Mighty blow with that 6 strength, and we'll be able to grab him and keep him in melee range for the time being. But I betcha that Beastman is probably not going to move out of the way anytime soon. And there, he's going to get that hit off against the very dangerous piling on and tackle Mighty Blow Beastman, and that is beautiful there. Heck, that's probably the only thing left here for this Beastman to get is that block ability. Looks like the pickup roll is going to fail, and now we are going to see this Chaos team in action on defense. And now with this tree rooted, and not too many of the elves moving themselves from the front line, the Chaos team should be able to get a nice defensive posture in. Should be able to surround some of these guys that are in the flying position, trying to go out for the pass even. And so right away, Tentacles man gonna get on top of this lineman here in the center, and then we should see a blitz most likely on this one of these very dangerous guys here on the backfield, most likely with the Mighty Blow and piling on tackle Beastman. There we go. He's gonna get up. He's gonna get the 3-die block even. Just gonna get a 3-die pushy, and that's extremely unfortunate, and that will waste the blitz here. Chaos team is just gonna try to cover up as much as possible and maybe stop this crazy offense that kind of likes to score it pretty quickly. A little bit of stun there after a missed dive, trying to get away here from this tree man, and he did get away, but it will be down for an extra round. We'll see if this Wood Elf team is going to go and score it. Been spending time with your guys on the pitch. Alright. What race you been playing now? With your favorite Slayer? I see. I see. I see how it is, Ivor. Alright. Well, I'm going to be really pumped for the North American TTS League Season 6. A bunch of veterans from Blood Bowl Chaos Edition has joined back in the league. And so we're going to see the veterans and the old veterans and the new veterans duke it out. And I'm a little bit interested to see how that's going to play out there. Though some of the veterans that had won the championship, not all of them had came back yet. So that's a little bit unfortunate. And he will get that pass off to the catcher, and the Wood Elf team, like always, is going to score it right away. 1-0, but all according to plan. I do believe the Chaos team not afraid of that one move touchdown there, or anything like that, or the quick touchdown, I should say. And the Chaos team now should just ground and pound for the rest of the rounds, get a lot of hits on the bodies of these Wood Elf team, take them down as much as possible here in the first half, and maybe be able to win it in the long run in the second half. And I think that's going to be the plan today. And with the wizard in hand here for Coach Lewpac, and hell, even a couple of bribes there, he loaded up for today's match. What in the world? He does not want to leave anything to chance. Is going to be fouling these Wood Elves like crazy. Oh boy, really wants to get to the championship round and spending a lot of moolah trying to get there. Let's hope this works out for Lewpac22, but I'm definitely rooting for you, buddy. With that touchdown from the Wood Elf team, that does mean that he does have the favor now to hopefully go up here in the first half and tie it up, and then in the second half, again, ground and pound against a minced up, crushed up Wood Elf team. As you said, Ivor, what's better than a dead elf? I can't really think about it. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But hopefully it will be a winning Chaos team. Nice little kick. Perfect defense is going to be the kickoff, and that's going to be great. Tree Man's immediately going to jump there to the front line and take it over in front of these Beastmen so they won't be able to make their way through. That's a little bit unfortunate, and it's going to stay away from the front line of these guys here with the Mighty Blow ability. So we'll be able to just kind of put up his nice little screen here on this right side. Going to put some guys here behind the Tree Man. Going to put these sidesteppers here on the left side so that the Chaos team won't be able to go too far here. And now the ball is going to land there, and should be able to be scooped up quite easily there. It does, we trust. Yeah, Lewpac is going to try to make use of the tentacles, definitely. What he really needs is another guy with tentacles, but I do believe that he did not get too much more level ups in the last match, I think, but I could be wrong about that. Nice little wrestle here from the lineman, and it's going to take down that dangerous tentacles Chaos Warrior. Speaking of, ball is going to be right in the front, and so he's going to pick it up with the other Beastman, and it's going to be a good little pickup here. Didn't even hesitate on that. He's going to pick this up and move along the line, square up and cage up in the front bit, and get the blitz off here with the piling on Mighty Blow. But boy, this Beastman, another big push here in the front line. Not have been able to use that piling on Mighty Blow ability as of yet, and definitely not only does he need to use that tentacles, however, he needs to get this piling on and tackle Beastman going as soon as he can. But he's just gonna hold on to the rerolls for now. Not gonna go and reroll anything safe as the usual here for any real solid coach. You don't want to reroll anything safe. So for right now, it's not going to be playing extremely offensively, but that does mean that the Elven team is still in full complement here, and definitely needs to get whittled down here if the Chaos team is hoping to win today. If he doesn't get these injuries off, then the Wood Elf team, with each passing round with a lot of his guys on the pitch, it's going to make things very difficult, and the Wood Elves, they're going to draw first blood there. And it will be a very weak Beastman that it hit on. So that's not a big deal right there. Just going to be one with block. Not a huge Beastman there, but it is going to be a guy with block. So a non-block Beastman is going to have to come into replacement. But Chaos team does have a couple guys in replacement, whereas the Wood Elf team only has one catcher to come in with the 2 strengths. So any big injuries here on any of the elves basically, and that might be it. So far so good for the Wood Elf team, and definitely if I was the Wood Elves, I'll take this any day of the week. 3 rounds have passed and no big injuries, so that is a win all in itself at the moment. Chaos team is not going to be done. 3-die block. Look at these pushes, and he is going to re-roll that finally, and he will get offensive and get the defender down. KO. That's what I'm talking about. Beastman with that Mighty Blow is going to finally be able to produce enough of these pushes. Enough is enough. Lewpac22 is done, and he's going to get his hit in. He's going to form up the cage once again with this Beastman, and he's going to be putting his ball carrier right there. Definitely want to think about ball security, especially when you're playing against a crazy Wood Elf team such as the Enarion's Wood Elf team. So he is going to be hopefully keeping his guys safe. No War Dancers leaping in there and getting that hit off, at least for the time being. And definitely I don't see the Wood Elf team doing that anytime soon. Why risk life and injury there just to get something there that might not come okay for you? You'll put your War Dancers here in very dangerous deep territory there if it doesn't work out for you. And you talk about getting the fouls off, you're definitely damn sure he's going to get that off. So what if the guy with the dirty player is stunned there and on the ground? He can just do it with another guy. Hell, he's got a couple of bribes in there and armor value 7. Why freaking not, right? But maybe we might see. Yeah, okay, so he's just going to go and cage crash one of the corners, which is going to be a normal play there. He will re-roll that to get him down. And, oh, actually, he did not re-roll that. I'm sorry. He did not re-roll that, guys. Oh, he did reroll that. Okay, I thought he rerolled that. And so he did reroll that just to get the defender stumbles, and he did. He's not going to step into it, though. He's just going to keep away for now. The ball carrier is a tackle. So he's just going to run in there and get the fouls off here on that very dangerous Beastman and try to get him out. Boy, that is extremely risky here for this Wood Elf team. No bribes on his side, so if any of these guys get fouled out, boy, like I said, just going to be a catcher with 2 strength and basically no skills here. He just got the normal there with the catch, dodge, and sprint, and that's it. So very risky, but Enarion, seeing that he's going to be up against the ropes against 2 bribes and a wizard, I guess why not try to get the hurt on the very dangerous Beastman so he doesn't get going with them, because knowing that he is going to have that tackle and mighty blow and the piling on, definitely needs to get him out of there. Here we go, and that's what I'm talking about. He really needs to get him going. An injury, and that means that man's going to go out with that dodge skill. Ooh, not going to be using the apothecary on him. Boy, not going to keep that lineman there alive. Just going to be waiting here. I'm really thinking here that's going to be a good play here for this Wood Elf team. You don't want to use the apothecary on someone this low in SPP, and also you don't necessarily want to use it on your first injury. You want to wait until the next injury to possibly use that on a guy or a player there that's going to be higher up in SPP and will matter a lot more than that one. So you better believe, though, the Chaos team is not going to be done with the hits for sure. And there we go, leap in there with the War Dancers, sensing that this is going to be the moment and time. Looks like it's going to be a push here on the Beastman, and he is not going to be losing the ball or getting down, and that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. But now this War Dancer, he's going to be absolutely surrounded by a bunch of Chaos team. But now it is going to be a little bit uncomfortable here for this Chaos team to stand strong against such aggressive facing here. And a bunch of Beastmen are down at the moment, so this could be it right here. Let's go ahead and take away the skills for now while we get a little bit of a better look at what's going on here on the inside. Bunches of guys there to get the pushes going, and ooh, another chance here at getting the ball out, and just going to be a push here. Boy, I think this is what Enarion has seen there. And, ooh, working out that intricate little puzzle, ending up with a 1-die block on that ball carrier after the crazy leap in blitz, and did almost get that ball out, but Chaos team lives to breathe another day. But the ball carrier here is in just crazy weird positioning here at the moment, but with this blitz here should be able to get this push away here and then maybe be able to hopefully form up a cage here for his ball carrier. Once again, turn 5 here, and this is going to be a little bit dangerous. Definitely needs to reform this cage if possible. Beastman's going to move out of the way and hand off to the extra arms Beastman, and this is probably what Lewpac had envisioned. This is the reason why he probably did not use him to ball carry in the beginning, so that he can hand off to him if the ball carrier is going to be in a little bit of a danger. And now he's able to go and put up yet another cage, and it's going to be the better one here with the sure hands and also the extra arms with the block ability. The other guy there had a wrestle ability, so if it both down die came up for him, I don't know if you want to use wrestle when you have a guy holding the ball, and unfortunately going to be missing that go for it roll. No fouls are going to be committed as of yet, unfortunately. Yeah, the music of the crunching bones. You better believe that's what he was waiting for. Injury and a KO, so far so good, but I definitely would like to see a little bit more here. But for right now, I'll take that. Chaos team hopefully should be scoring it here in the next 3 rounds. And with the Elven team kind of getting a little bit aggressive right there, might be a little bit out of position here. On turn 7, we might see the Beastman make it here to the back right. Wood Elf team, though, very quick on their feet, so should be able to catch up, get another screen going, and make it a little bit more difficult for this Beastman to maybe make it through. But Banter in my pants, he will be taken down there after the corner is going to get taken out, and a big injury there by the War Dancer. That's unfortunate here, and Enarion takes the ball away on the catch even, so don't even need to do a pickup roll. That's extremely fortunate, and oh, big KO there. So ooh, Chaos Team is gonna be okay now. Wanted to take away some of these guys' assist here, but now we should see a whole bunch of 2-dive blocks caused on the guy. Their fireball is gonna use instead, but only is gonna cause one man to fail the fireball. And okay, there we go. 2, 3. Okay, they did the injury first, and okay, so 3 guys are going to fail to resist, but one of them is going to get KO'd, and that is beautiful, and the ball does come out. The guy with the ball is going to be unresisting that, or not resisting that, I should say. And nice little bit of a hit there. He doesn't have his extra arm sure hands pickup, but I see the K's reforming once again. Gallagher Stargazer. He's going to try to get him out. Yes, KO there. Chaos Team. Round 7 coming up, so he needs to pick this ball up and run with it as far as he possibly can, and that is as far as he possibly can go with it. He will try to hand off, and unfortunately going to miss that catch there, and only a 1 in 9 shot of getting nuffled, and he does not get nuffled. Chaos Warrior going to try to move away, and looks like he will be moving out of the way, and we should see a score here at the end of the half by this Chaos Warrior, barring anything crazy from the Elven team there, but I don't think we're gonna see anything too crazy. Maybe a 2 red die block at the worst here, or at the best actually, and that will be it. So now the Wood Elf team, boy, had a glimmer of hope. Wizard though is gonna be used, and honestly, the Wizard will produce this touchdown, and so the Wizard was a very fruitful one, except that it only garnered a KO against armor value 7. Would have liked to see a little bit more out of that fireball, but fortunately for the Wood Elf team, escapes. And speaking of escaping, Chaos Warrior, he will score it. Wood Elves are going to be the one causing some armor value breaks there, and not going to get anything out of that. Even more stun out of that, and here we go. +1 in agility. He's just going to move here in position, but I do believe Lewpac might score it, but it is going to just be round 7 coming up. So, oh, this is going to be crunch time here. If the Chaos team thinks about scoring it, Wood Elf team now will have a 1-move touchdown try, but I do believe the Chaos team should probably score it right here. Yeah, Elf just got unlucky. No down on that ball carrier, yeah, earlier. But he did get him in the next bit, and boy, Ivor, he almost got away with that. So, hey, I don't really like these Wood Elves too much either. There we go, nice big piling on KO. We'll take that. Whole bunch of KOs now on the side of the Wood Elf team. That's exactly what they needed here in this first half, whittling them down as much as possible, and Chaos Warrior, I think he's going to cage up. So yes, he is going to try to hold the ball one more turn here. And it is going to be a Chaos Warrior holding the ball. So it won't be an easy one here for these Wood Elves to get that ball out. Normally for War Dancer, you see one of their skills as a strip ball. But for these War Dancer, neither one of them with that strip ball. As you can see, I think with the Fend instead for both of these guys. I guess that'll keep them alive a little bit longer, but no strip ball means that it will be a lot more difficult on these 2 red die blocks to come in handy. So here we go. He will jump in there. Oh, he does have a +1 in strength man, but he will not get that 1 die block, unfortunately. And with no more rerolls left for these Wood Elf team, will not be able to get another try at it. So Chaos team will be able to breathe there. Yes. Indeed. The tentacles though also stops leaps. So that's definitely going to be something that the War Dancers have to consider as well. And a nice little bit there. And I guess earlier there on the tentacles here, the War Dancer did luckily somehow leap away, and 1-1. Chaos team Lewpac is looking pretty good at the moment with a bunch of armor value breaks there caused. And all of those KOs on the Wood Elf team. Hopefully not a bunch of Wood Elves are going to come back here on the ball possession. And it will go into halftime without even the Wood Elf team having a one-turn touchdown try. So the Chaos team looking really good at the moment. Oh! A bunch of the KO Wood Elves just dancing back into life. And that's extremely unfortunate. The Chaos team is going to have to do it all over again. Boy, that is a absolute hammer blow. No, not even a Bloodweiser babe. Just a bunch of great rolls by everybody. And honestly, the only guy that failed it, sure, it's a Blige sidestepper, but man, I would trade him for just about all of my team any day of the week. And so that does mean that the Wood Elf team is going to have a 10-man complement here on the pitch here against the Chaos team. So now the Chaos team is again going to have to work to break the armor values again and push the ball up the field and win it. Boy, if even just half of those guys stayed out like per the normal, right? I mean, it's just a 4+ roll on those KOs, then it really would have just been a Chaos win straight away. But now the Chaos team, they're going to have to prove it again. They're going to have to push their way in, keep the ball secure as much as possible, and try to continue to break the armor value. Because as you've seen there, Enarion's Wood Elves, they are extremely wily and is able to find the blocks whenever possible. Extremely dangerous War Dancers can just leap in there at any moment and could make the Chaos team's time a little bit more difficult. So now the Wood Elf team just only really needs to avoid armor value breaks and should be able to hold off the Chaos team once, maybe even twice if it goes into overtime. Yeah, the Apothecary packing the good stuff for those KOs. But man, oh man, Bloodweiser, no Bloodweiser babe on the side, and I have to say that's extremely fortunate here. Like I said, I played last night with my Dark Elves in the same situation. I had a bunch of KO'd elves on the sideline, and unfortunately only 2 came back for me on defense, and I couldn't even stop the Lizard team anymore, so that was a little bit bad. But here the Wood Elf team is going to be having 10 guys. Really good stuff. Really good. Man. Boy. Well, we will see a blitz there, and it will just be another push here. Boy, the Mighty Blow piling on Tackle Beastman has not been able to really produce here too much. Actually, in the beginning, he did get the injuries, but he had to re-roll that. He finally got a KO and an injury, but I mean, so far, every time I've seen a blitz, it hasn't really worked out. And there we go, a bribe there will be used, and no injury. Boy, a 3 on the injury, so the Wood Elf team is just dodging bullets one after another. It's just zinging by like he's the Matrix, like he's freaking Neo or something like that. Both down die, and a wrestle on the guy that was holding the ball earlier, I believe, because he had the wrestle and the tackle, so kind of the reason why the War Dancers and all that was having some success. And the Wood Elf team is going to be inching in there. We're going to take away the skills. Just take a look at this. And will fail the leap roll in there. And he will get in there with the 4 strength. So it's going to be a 2-die block. Ooh, just going to be a push there because the reroll was already used. He did have a try at least. This is how dangerous those damn War Dances are. I'm telling you. Hacks, baby. And he's going to move the other man in there with the sidestep and tackle ability. So this is going to be very uncomfortable here for this Chaos team. And again, this Chaos team is just being pushed around. You'd think his formation is going to be great here to stop anything. But remember, these guys got leap, so he can leap in there. And without the 4-point cage, it will mean that if he gets right here, taking away the guard assist, not the guard assist, but the assist by this Beastman, then it simply becomes a 2-die block with his +1 strength War Dancer. So Enarion seeing the opening here for him, and Boy, I don't know why I switched over like that, but it did. And now we'll try to get in there and take the ball away from him. Chaos team is going to be hitting the tree and stunning him, so that's going to be great. That will free up this Beastman, and with tackle should be able to hopefully get him down. He's going to have to re-roll those both down die because that wasn't enough. And he's going to get the defender stumbles. No big pushies here, so he's going to be able to maybe walk away. Oh, he's going to fail it though. It's gonna be falling right there, and the ball is never safe anywhere. But luckily though, 3 Chaos team members are gonna be touching the ball carrier, dodging the bullets like agility 4. You're damn right about that. And oh, nice little hit there, and the catch on the scatter. That's a 4+ catch there, and did get the 5 on that. Holy crap. Talk about luck here. Lewpac is also dodging bullets, but boy, ball was loose for just a few moments there, and almost a pseudo cage going on for that ball carrier. So this could not have gone any better here for this Chaos team. Ball, if it would have landed any of these spots there, then War Dancers would have been totally all over that. Oh man, time for elf ball trigger. I don't know about that, Ivor. I don't know. I'm just totally I'm just floored by these War Dancers here. Just an absolute menace in the backfield thus far, leaping away, gonna get in front of the pseudo cage. As I was talking about, is even gonna touch this Chaos Warrior there with a mighty blow. And boy, that is extremely risky here, because if he gets a defender down die, boom, it's going to be a mighty blow hit on the armor value 7. But I guess not going to fear too much on a 2-die block here. Wants to try to keep this cage as open as possible. And honestly, with a foul still in hand and 2 rerolls, Lewpac still has the favor to win this game and maybe take this W away here and make it to the championship round. But boy, every one of the weapons so far has been used just to stave off these very dangerous War Dancers there. Fireball use, bribe is going to be used, and not enough injuries here on the second half thus far, but that's because, man, the play here, ooh, he's not going to re-roll that, and he is going to let that man fall, and unfortunately, that right there, my friends, will cause an injury there on this Beastman. That's going to be the Sure Hands Extra Arms Beastman, and boy, oh boy, no more Athel. Uh-oh time. That was the main ball carrier, guys. Oh no. And even though the Chaos Warrior is holding the ball at the moment, boy, you don't necessarily want to have your tentacles mighty block Chaos Warrior holding the ball, but for the time being, that is going to be how it is. And I think with him holding the ball right there, it just takes away one extra little weapon here that the Chaos team could possibly use to maybe take out some of these War Dancers, even just stand right next to him so that they won't be able to leap or dodge away from him so easily. But unfortunately, he is going to be having the ball, and honestly, if I was the Chaos team, I wouldn't necessarily want to give the handoff to anyone else at the moment. And the Wood Elf team is just going to not get crazy here, does not want to blitz the Chaos Warrior as of yet, seeing how he will be stifled after this hit on the corner of the cage there, or cage. There's no cage really, but he did opt, instead of doing a 2-die block there with the +1 in agility, or 2 red die block, he's just going to go and hit down the cage here and just wait for what the Chaos team intends to do. Turn 12 now. Wood Elf team showing some patience and some experience there. I believe Enarion pretty much almost solely plays Wood Elf team, and so definitely knows the ins and outs, definitely knows how to play defense with them. And Chaos team is just going to go and give the handoff here to this other Chaos Warrior with block. He does get it. We should see him try to cage up. Ooh, gonna miss that dodge there, and he is gonna be 1-9 there, and another armor value break due to a failed dodge here. And the other one was a failed GF5. This one's a failed dodge, and Wood Elf teams are putting a number here on this Chaos team, and even just the Chaos team being down 1 or 2 guys is just very difficult. Yeah, you're right. It's not a cage. It's a target. Oh boy, and speaking of targets, we're gonna see the blitz come in, 2-die block even, and we'll be able to get the defender down die 4 straight, no problem for the 4 straight War Dancer. Ball is gonna be out, loads of linemen in range, and as you can see there, Tentacles man is holding back 2 of these guys. Let's see how good this is gonna be, but the man with the +1 in agility, Sure Hands, is not being held up by the Tentacles. Speaking of Tentacles, that's not enough. He needs an A+ to break out of there. Actually, he needs more than that, I believe. And well, yeah, no, he needs an A+. No, he needs a 9. No, he needs a yeah, he needs a 9+. 9+? No, 8+, because it'll be 10. Yeah, he needs a he does need an 8+ there to break out of there, boy. And oh no, here we go. Wood Elf team doing Wood Elf things, and they are going to be picking up the ball. That's the Sure Hands, that's the +1 in agility, that's the Blotch Ball Carrier, and Lewpac with no wizard in hand, and actually being whittled down by his own failed GFI and failed dodge, is going to have a fairly difficult time getting to this ball carrier there. Even the Beastman there with the tackle ability is going to have to just settle for a 3-die block here. And with the sprint and also loads of movement allowance for the catcher, oh no, or for the thrower there, it's just, actually, no, this is not the guy with sprint, but the catchers there, they all do have them, and so might see them break away there. I don't know, Chaos team is trying to make as much space as possible, but agility 3 is not working out for them. No rerolls is going to be the call, and won't re-roll that because anyways, the Chaos Warrior would just be a little bit of a speed bump for a very dodgy and very fast and wily thrower. We're probably going to see a pass coming up here to the proper ball carrier, this catcher, and Galadier is going to give it off to the very solid wind. And now the nice little screen up here. I do believe the Chaos team is in, yeah, he's in trouble. He's definitely in trouble. Ivor, what are we going to do? Wood Elves, they are going to be making it to the championship match after probably not really supposed to be here, but I guess this Wood Elf team, quite possibly the only team that can take down Lewpac's Chaos team at the moment, looking extremely good. He's gonna dodge away. Who cares about the tackle zones, because we make those like butter. 3+ on the dice, who cares? We're gonna grab it and go. We're just gonna go and put up a big old screen everywhere. Ooh, a little bit of a hiccup there. And now the Chaos team, what the hell are they gonna do, guys? Nothing, I do believe. Wood Elf team are probably gonna hold it, I think. I mean, properly they should hold it, but knowing Enarion's personality with the Wood Elf team, it's just, I don't think that's gonna happen here. Tentacles is just gonna be sitting back there, and he's gonna try the blitz here. It's gonna be the piling on Mighty Blow man there, and we'll be able to hit him down, but he's not interested in doing the piling on. He's interested in trying to get into range here and stop this ball carrier. And I mean, this is just not enough, Ivor. This is just not enough. Oh boy, he will be able to get another guy in there, so maybe back-to-back ones will stifle this, but I don't think that will be the call. Wood Elf team, if they're smart, probably should just hold it, but again, playing some competitive defense there, probably not afraid to score, and this is the reason why Enarion plays the way he does. Man, defense is just so good there. We'll be able to get a whole bunch of 2-die blocks with the defender down dies, and another armor value break. Just gonna produce a stun, but that should be enough. Dodging away. Back to back! Oh no! No, it's not gonna be a back to back because that was just a tackle. He must have tackle, guys. No, he didn't have tackle. So a reroll. Yes, it was a back-to-back one, and that's what I'm talking about. And we do have a small amount of life here for this Chaos team. 136 happens. That's why you never give up, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you do what it takes here. Beastman is going to pick up the ball. Probably going to throw it deep here to this Chaos Warrior. If I know my man Lewpac, it's going to be an inaccurate pass. But who cares? It is very close to this Chaos Warrior. Wood Elves need to leap away and maybe get to the ball. This will be a very difficult one here, but not extremely impossible for him. Wood Elves are going to move down the pitch. And, wow, he's not going this way. Well, he will leap here with the War Dancer, move up, and try to get to the ball. Ooh, gonna fail the pickup roll, so the reroll is gonna have to be used there. One left, and it's gonna be a 4 there. And no pass is gonna be tried there, so Lewpac's Tentacles Chaos Warriors right there. So even if he doesn't get the hit off, if he doesn't pry that ball loose, that's going to be okay. He's going to be right next to the Tentacles, man. Here comes the Blitz with a whole bunch of dodges. Who cares? He's going to make it through. And we'll get down a very dangerous goat there with the tackle and the wrestle. Doesn't want him to be alive to make the Blitz, so it will most likely be done by the Tentacles Chaos Warrior. We're going to see a 2-die block with the Blitz. Banter Bus 2.3 with a reroll in hand. You better believe he's going to use it on this reroll coming up after squaring away these elves. Their last turn coming. Oh man, every time I watch these elves play, I tell you what, Ivor, they just have magic in their hands. Here comes the 2-die block here, and it's going to be a Defender Stumbles. That's not enough, and it will just be a Defender Stumbles, and so he's going to keep the Tentacles Beastman, not Beastman, but the Chaos Warrior on him. And so, ooh boy, this is gonna be a 2-die for the Tentacles to remember. He may just throw it against the tackle zone. Just forget about it. Oh, he will just go and blitz down the Chaos Warrior. Just needs to get a push to get him away. Boy, what he really needs to stand firm on him, but unfortunately will be pried away. We're gonna see a nice little pass here against the tackle zone here from one of these guys there. I don't know who he wants to throw it to, but it's gonna be a 3+ pass regardless, and he will not 3. Yeah, it will be a 3+ here. Well, it was a 2+ pass into a 3+ catch, into a 2+ dodge, into another 2+ dodge. And Saviours of Athel Loren lives to see another day. Championship round. We're not even gonna go into overtime. War Dancer here with all kinds of SVP. Gonna get more. Almost to the maximum level. It's gonna take a lot of SPP to get to level 7, but holy crap, what in the world did I just witness here? Elves take it home. And honestly, it could not have gone any worse there. Lewpac did nothing wrong there, guys. He did everything right there at the end of the first half. Got a bunch of KOs, but unfortunately this number, even though it's a fairly large number, was reduced to nothingness at the beginning of the second half. Injuries, only just 2. Honestly, that piling on, Mighty Blow, Beastman, if anything, should be blamed for this. Just a lot of pushes there. First, like 3 rounds, I almost want to say, did not get any hits off. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Hey, Lewpac, well, that is that there, boy. And honestly, the injuries to the 2 beastmen there at the second half, just a killer, because that reduced the numbers down on this Chaos team, and Wood Elves were just able to capitalize, even though they're about the same in numbers. Boy, that agility and the movement allowance, just too much to handle. War Dancer, I mean, honestly, if you are going to be studying the Wood Elf team, you definitely need to take a look a really good hard look at Enarion's Wood-Elf team, because boy, what tenacity! I tell you what, 43 blocks succeeded. In fact, was able to outbash the Chaos team 43 to 33. 10 more blocks succeeded. The only real difference here was the armor value breaks, but like I said, the KOs were just nullified there at the onset of the second half, and that is it here. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the brackets real quick, guys. And oh, Banter 2.3 is gonna fall short. 2-1. Enarion probably shouldn't even have made it that far, and will be, but that is the beauty of single eliminations. You never know what's gonna happen. We'll await the winner between Duck's Dull Dark Elves and the Bretonian M9 UKB, the Basers team. So who do you like here for the next match, Ivor? Personally, I still believe in Duck's Dull Dark Elves. I kind of don't want to see another Bretonian team make it in there. I mean, yeah, sure, the Knights did get the agility access, but the Bretonian team should not be doing this well in before Bretonian's OP. I'll tell you that much. But it will be Duck's Dull Dark Elves that he will have to make it through, so we'll see. And I'm hoping that Dark Elves make it, and then we'll have an all-elf final against Enarion and Duck. We'll see. Wood was designed to masterfully cage breaks, yeah. Lewpac trusted too much that he would thin him out, yeah. Trusted too much that he would thin him out. Yeah, I mean, but what can Lewpac do? He needed to thin him out. That's honestly the only real way you could beat a Wood Elf team, is either you just wait for him to roll a bunch of ones, as he did against the Forgotten Legacy of Priest's team, or you break the armor like crazy, as the Chaos team probably should have done. Well, that is that there, unfortunately. So we will be waiting for the outcome between the Dull Dark Elves and M9 UKB's, the Bases Bretonian team here. To play it out, I'll probably have that game out. I won't be casting tomorrow for sure. Sunday will be a little bit difficult as well, I think, but we'll see. We'll see when they play it. I'll probably be back though. Yeah, current Brett build, you think the Bretonian team, the Bases team's gonna do it? Maybe so. And maybe it would be for the better, right? We don't want Duck to have a huge head winning back-to-back championships or anything, or at least having a chance to. But I don't know, those War Dancers, I mean, take a look at them right there. It's just out of control. I mean, War Dancer, one of them with the plus agility, and then the other one with the +1 in strength. Just a tremendous cage breaker, as you saw there against the Chaos team. Was able to consistently get not just 1 die blocks, but 2 die blocks against the cage after taking away the assist there from those guys on the cage corners. So, I mean, yeah, for me it will be go Dark Elf. But I don't know. I mean, do you want to see Bretonian in the final again, or do you want to see Duck in the final again, right? I mean, what would your choice be, right? I mean, honestly, who could take care of Enarion's team the most? I don't know. Dull Dark Elves. He's only got a couple of guys with tackle himself. But I mean, the nice thing here is that the Dark Elves are a little bit better suited to maybe take him on. Got +1 in strength, and if they do get into a shooting contest, Dark Elves can definitely keep pace if push comes to shove. Whereas the Bretonian team, let's see what he has here. And he does have a bunch of guys there, but only 1 guy there with tackle, or 2 guys there with tackle. So I mean, this wrestle ability will come in handy. So a bunch of guys there could be the guys that could possibly just take the ball away. I don't know. Well, Anarian, unlike you, I have to do work. Okay? What are you doing awake in the middle of the night for you, sir? It's still early for me. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. Yesterday I had to play my game, so I couldn't cast the game. Don't hate, Anarian. Look, don't hate. Well, I'm definitely hating on your Wood Elf team. They probably shouldn't have gone this far. Anarian in the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you can see, guys, Anarian, what do you have to say for yourself? Who do you want to face more? Do you want to face the Dull Dark Elves or the Bretonnian team next? What do you think? What do you say here? Oh, he says chuckles with asterisks. He says bring them both on. Hey, well, you know what? That gave, you know, when you played against Priest's Forgotten Legacy Dark Elves, I mean, that right there was just like, I nearly lost my voice just going crazy just every single turn. Doesn't matter for Woodies, man. Well, talking about Woodies, man, I got one for your team. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. I swear. I mean, you just got the proper skills on the proper people. I mean, +1 in agility thrower. I mean, you don't even need to take accurate anymore or anything like that. You got +1 in strength war dancer, +1 in agility guy there, +1 in movement on the tree man with the grab, and I mean, hell, I think the only thing the tree man's missing is a block ability. That would be nice or something. And then you got sidesteppers with the pass blocks. I mean, it's just, I don't even know. You have no weakness. The game was a very good game against Lewpac's Chaos team, I will say that much. And you saw some really great combinations there in the game. I mean, you did some really great cage dives in there when given the opportunity, and you just really didn't miss a beat there. Anytime you had even just a one dive block, I think you just went in there. I like how you started off slowly there against the Chaos team. No cage diving in the beginning to just kind of lull them into that, you know, okay, I'm gonna keep, you know, just let them have the game plan. Don't want to jump in there. And then when you change gears to such a high octane hit and run, just aggressive all-out style, it almost felt like the Chaos team just couldn't adjust. Although with Lewpac's, you know, experience and skill, he probably was waiting for it, but definitely it just felt like on the pitch itself that the Chaos team was almost couldn't just keep up the speed with what you were doing there. Yeah, I see that. You know, that's what I was kind of saying there for your war dancers here, is that, you know, and I'll say this, you know, for people who can't read, Anarian is saying that for weakness, the weakness for the Wood Elf team is their armor value 7, and so he usually takes things to counter things that will injure his guys and keep his guys on the pitch. So as you can see there for the war dancers, he opted to go for the fend ability and the sidestep abilities here that will definitely help keep the war dancers alive, because after a blitz or something like that, won't be able to follow up with a piling on ability, which is what a lot of the teams had in this tournament, where they would just hit the guys there, and then after that follow up the mighty blow piling on. But fend absolutely stops all of that. Well, you did group up there for the fireball, so I mean, you're almost asking for it, especially if your armor value 7. He did have a good one there, but you did also luck out. It only caused a KO and only knocked down 2 of the guys, so I mean, that's why you bring the wizard, right? I mean, that's why you bring the wizard. He did have a couple of bribes there and wasn't able to get as much fouls as he should have, but that's really because you kept him off his feet there in the second half. He wasn't able to just play, you know, easy chaos, you know, move my cage, ground and pound. You kept him off balance, was able to keep the ball carrier in uncomfortable positions. When you finally got the injury off on the sure hands, extra arms, Beastman, it was all but over there, because once the ball kept going on the ground like that, it was just almost impossible for Lewpac to recover. Yeah, I know. I hate it when the blitzer catches the ball. I know what you're saying, Enarion. I hate it when the blitzer catches the ball too, so I feel your pain there, but I mean, definitely still, he had to prove it, and the only way that he could stop it, in his opinion, was to just fireball you. So you did end up making him use the fireball in a position where he didn't necessarily want to. So, I mean, if anything, you know, a lot of more experienced coaches will wait for a lightning bolt over a fireball, but he used it there, and he did get a little bit lucky with the non-resist from your guys. That's definitely going to be probably the game changer there. Yep, you're right about that, Enarion. Yeah, it's just your war dancer came up with it. I mean, I really hate that too. I mean, it's like, oh, why did you catch it? Hey, that's the danger when you have agility 4. It's just like the wrong guy picks it up sometimes, and you're like, I hate that. No, it was definitely the right choice. I'm not saying that it wasn't the right choice. I'm saying that a lot of times, though, you would a lot of more people would want to go with the lightning bolt, but no, in that case, there, the fireball was definitely in good use. It was definitely the right choice. I'm not saying it wasn't. It's just how a lot of coaches think. They would almost kind of rather use the lightning bolt, and it's really because it's just a 2+ to resist, and then after that, it will cause a armor value check and possibly an injury, because it does have the mighty blow inherent on the lightning bolt. I hope the final will be interesting as well. I mean, honestly, it's just, man, I mean, whenever you see Wood Elves, it's always going to be interesting. I mean, it's not like it's going to be an all-dwarf final or anything like that. It's going to be your crazy hand in it, Enarion, with your swashbuckling ways. So it's going to be extremely interesting. I'll tell you that much. I mean, you are a very electric player. I'm almost kind of happy that you made it this far, except that, you know, personally, since I play Dark Elves, I'm not really a fan of Wood Elves, but otherwise I'm okay with you making it. Although I did want to have Lewpac make it, fellow announcer and caster, so I really wanted Lewpac to make it. Just to prove that we do know what we're talking about sometimes, right? Alright guys, so with that, I think we are going to be maybe checking out here, I do believe. We're going to be checking out Champion Cup. It's going to be ending. Season 3 tournament will be starting up as well pretty soon, so check out the Champion ladder. Are you up on the leaderboard there, or you've been concentrating here? Rank 5? Let's see here. There you go. Dark Elves. Hey! Uh-oh, I might have to root for you this time, Enarion. So, if you don't mind me jumping on your bandwagon, I'm going to have to root for you there. So, hopefully you'll be able to make it and do well with the Dark Elves. I'm always rooting for Dark Elves. You know me, guys. You definitely know me. Again, I mean, look, a lot of people are like, oh, Blood Bowl sucks because of the RNG nature of the game, but look, are these the luckiest people in the world or what? I mean, look, it's almost always the same guys that you see at the top 20 list, right? I mean, what the heck? No, it's not. It's not just you know, luck or anything. It's about doing your best to keep the percentage on your side. Do your best with trying to make the rolls as best as you can and playing the best kind of Blood Bowl you can. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be the same guys over and over again until we probably see that go into people's heads in a way. Looks like Priest is gonna be making it through with the Nurgle team. The end of the season, I believe, is gonna be February 6th, right? In 1 more week. So, oh, you want me to look at the team? Okay. Let's see here. Let's take a look at your Dark Elf team. Is this it? Nagaroth Malefactors? No, that's not you, is it? Is it? Oh, it is you. Okay, there we go. This is it? Yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh! Are you hacking the system? Are you hacking the system? I think you are. Bought an assassin to boot. 80k banked up. You have a huge bloat though. 23k, right? Is the team value. And I think on average we see 1600s, 1700s in there. So you're gonna give a lot of TV bloat. Are you gonna? I bet you're gonna end up firing your assassin. I know it. You're probably gonna end up firing him because your TV's just out of control. You totally hack Enarion. I know it, man. You just getting on their keyboard. You're on anonymous, aren't you? You're just totally just hacking the system. +1 strength. Either that, you got somebody on the inside night. Hey man, hook me up with the +1 in agilities and the +1 in strength. Level up. I swear. No, I've been playing Blood Bowl for like years, and I've only ever got one stat up, a +1 in agility, on my Dark Elf. Oh, okay, no, I lied. I had 2 guys with +1 agility. So, there you go. Oh boy. Yeah, you guys are pretty good there. I like it. Sure hands. Blodge for the runner. You got another guy with a runner. There, boy. You definitely need a guy with diving tackle. Leap witch elf with the +1 agility. It's a nice little ball hog. Probably needs tackle maybe a little bit later or something like that. But otherwise, you're looking good. Enarion versus Duck would be so hype. You're right about that, Sir Ironclad. Oh man. Tell you what. We'll see. Oh, looks like I'm getting some Steam messages. Looks like we got North American TTS League finishing up here. Champions Cup. Premier Cup. Semifinals. Oh boy. Alright, gents. No problem, Enarion. I mean, I'm gonna always be covering the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people are rooting for Wood Elves. We'll see, though. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys later. For those of you who are watching the stream for the first time, you can hit the follow button, please. Definitely helps me out in the long run. Check me out on YouTube as well. I'll be putting the games there on my YouTube channel so you can catch the archive and follow along and maybe even learn a thing or two. We the Norse is going to be making it. Yay, close competition. Well, they have to play by Saturday because, or no, they have to play by Sunday or we will just coin flip and then make a decision. So the admins will just decide basically. So I'm pretty sure nobody wants that. They should be playing very soon. Boo! Come on now, don't hate on Dark Elves. They're lovely creatures. They're lovely. Alright guys, I'm gonna roll out. The debate rages on. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna have one more cast here, probably over the weekend. But otherwise, you guys will probably catch me for the championship match for Cabal Vision. I most likely won't be able to do it live because Enarion, you know, and whoever's going to play against them, they're all in the Euro side, and so I won't probably be able to cast it live. Probably going to be ending up Lewpac or somebody like that casting it live. So I'll just be able to get to do the replays like I always do, right? Alright guys, take care.